It's all love though. I'm not tripping about that. Like
Yeah.
I understand. There's literally no date on it. It's like, oh, the 30th. So I can see where he could have.
Yeah,
That was on me. Like,
Okay.
I should have been way more particular about that.
Well, you real for having that self accountability and taking responsibility.
I
for
mean,
that.
cause we're gonna get it done regardless.
Facts. Facts. No, that's dope. All right, bet. Well, oh shit. The camera's rolling.
Oh yeah,
My friends.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Smokey Mirror Podcast. It's your boy Big Smoke. I'm here with my personal homie, my brother, actually,
Yes,
united in Kappa, but more than that too, my boy Julio. He's in the building.
You already know what it is. Yurnt life or no life.
Yes, sir. Welcome, welcome. So we're gonna be talking about music. We're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of things, but my boy Julio, I knew him from shit. When did we first meet? Was that like 2019?
Yeah, bro. I was working.
2019, I met him.
I
Yeah.
was at work, right over there. I want to say West Park, at Enterprise.
Yep. And I something was wrong with my car, and so I needed a rental.
I picked you up from the Nissan.
Yeah, exactly. And wait, I don't know how. We didn't know each other. We didn't know we knew each other until later.
It came. I think you had the Newt bracelet on.
Yeah.
Kappa
Oh,
bracelet.
yeah.
So
yeah.
once you had that on, it was like, oh, okay, bet. Like, all right, yeah. What's up? You know how that go.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't put that on camera. But you know how that go.
But yeah, Newts know how it goes.
Yeah,
Newts
you
know
feel
how
me?
it goes.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. So yeah, we've been plugged in, and then yeah, I think you got to catch me up because ever since Enterprise, you know, I've been seeing you going crazy on Instagram, but I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah,
Catch me up.
man. So in 2019, bro, it's so crazy is that I wasn't really into music like that. It's me, my partner YN Dunny. Shout out to Day Old Music. He's Yurnt Life. Bino, Rocky, Bizo. That's the count.
Okay.
You feel me? A few others.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening, man, Dayo had a studio, and we were like, bro, we're gonna try it. So like we just kept going and trying, and he was way in Tampa, so it made sense to like, you know, we're gonna go in the studio and like try to take it serious. We made like a joint. We made like a joint project, right?
Dope.
It was whatever for a starter. You know what I'm saying? I listened to it now. I listened to it like the other day. I was like, oh, that's trash.
Right. We make you be like, oh, what the fuck was I on?
Bro, just really not knowing, man. Finding the passion, bro. I ended up finding the passion in it. And being like, you know what, man, it's art. Like you can create it, and then the biggest thing about art is that it's yours. No one else can paint the brush. Like use a pen like you can. So like whenever I paint a picture, I know it's from my ideas and from my mindset, and that's what made me want to stick to it. And then I just started getting better and better, and then started using my voice in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So that really what like catapulted it. And then not having a passion, you know, you play sports in high school and stuff, and then it's like, dang, what I'm gonna do afterwards?
Right.
Went to college, wasn't playing ball no more, and it was like, dang, I ain't really got no purpose. But once I found music, it was like, dang, you know, I'm really loving this. I'm actually more passionate about the music than I was ever about a sport. And that's a lot to say because I played sports all my life. So one of those things was like, once I grabbed hold of it, I had a couple of people like Wild Dunny, and then RP the Cool Man, Forever the Slightest. A friend of mine named Cool, he was like real big, like amazing artist, man. He just like, Julio, you gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Like, just really go at it. And with them saying that, him and Dunny, I was just like, you know what, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna stick to. So that's how we get here.
What about making music makes you like really passionate? Like, what is it about it that gets you excited?
The expression. I've always loved music. I always like, I'm a dancer. I like to dance and everything like that. I'm always a fun guy. But the expression of how I think sometimes you can't really like have a conversation and people understand you. But when you put like your love emotions into the song, or if you put like your stories into the song, and then they can see it coming from you and see what you say and how you put it together, it's like, oh, I didn't know he meant like that. I didn't know he thought like that. You know what I'm saying? It's generally the expression. And I do it for the fans, yeah, but I do it more so for myself.
Right.
And I love to see the reactions. You know what I'm saying? You get these people that always say, I'll be like, yeah, I make music while Julio. And they'll be like, you make music? Everybody say they make music.
Right.
And I'm like, go listen to it. I promise you. Like, I'm good at this. You know what I mean? So when it comes to the passion of it, like, it feels so good, bro, when you play something and you know it's you and you know it's what you thought of and what you came up with and everything that you can put into it. Man, it's no other better feeling.
That's
so
dope.
Once I figured that out, it was like go from there. That was it. Like, I already knew what I wanted to do.
So you've always liked music, but you didn't get started until recently?
Bro, I was 2019, I think.
So that was when you first started rapping in 2019?
Yeah, I think I dropped my first solo project in 2020 called Whatever You Like. I actually have to re-upload that to the streams because something happened, but called Whatever You Like. And that was even rough. Like, that was just like, you know, me taking a leap out and doing something.
Yeah.
I had a song called Calling Your Phone that caught everybody's ears. And I got a video to it on YouTube too. But Yeah, like it's only been like 2-3 years. It hasn't been a very long time. It feel like a long time though. It feel like I've been doing it like 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I think about it, like when you just ask me like that, I'm like, dang, it's only been 2 years. You know, I really ain't got that much skin in the game.
I know a lot of people, you know, they be rapping since they was young. You know, they was jits rapping. Da, da, da.
Nah, where I'm from, man, you either play sports or you sell drugs.
And where you from?
I'm from Eustis, Florida.
Okay, so
it's in Lake County. It's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes north of Orlando. Like a little country city, man. It ain't much. It's a town, not the city.
Y'all wasn't rapping up there.
Nah, man, you play ball. You play basketball, football. You in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of homeboys that, you know, everybody choose their route.
Yeah.
Some of us here, some of us not.
Yeah, sure.
So my brother, my older brother, he died when I was 15, and he was awesome at football. Like one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? So
what position he play?
Running back. They had him punting one time, DB, wide receiver, anything where he could touch the ball, man, he could do it. And even in basketball, he was straight, which was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just really gifted. I think that's a thank you to my mom. Like my mom was like gifted in sports. She was like an all-state shot put thrower. My sister as well. But once you got out of that environment, where it's like, oh, there's new things out here, because all I knew was sports and, you know, the ladder, which is the street. So I obviously didn't take that route. I went to school. And once I got out, man, I could see you can like be yourself and you can do like chase your dreams and do exactly what you like plan on doing. Like find out what you're good at for real. And it's not like just a lane you got to stay in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I went to school thinking I was gonna be a pharmacist.
First of all, that's crazy. What made you even want to go to school? Because like you said, he's like, people from my town, you only do two things.
My sister went to college. So my sister was nice in basketball, but she didn't want to play basketball. You know, the people that's always really good at things get bored with it.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to play basketball in college, but it was always like going to high school for me. Like that was always the next step because she had done it.
She laid the foundation. Yeah.
And then once that was laid, I was like, oh, well, you know, that's what I got to do next.
Okay.
And it wasn't as easy as it sounds. Like I was hard headed. You know what I'm saying? I probably wasn't as driven as I could have been. High school wasn't the best, but you know, so I was like prom court, homecoming court, all that stuff. Like I was like best, voted best all around superlative and stuff like that.
Dope.
But so I went on lame in high school.
Right, he was the man.
Pretty popular with that aspect. But once she did it, it was just like, yo, that's what's next. You know what I'm saying? And if she can do it, I can do it. So.
And you said you went for pharmacy? You trying to be a pharmacist?
Yeah, originally.
Wow, what happened with that?
It was boring.
That shit got boring in class.
Yeah, huh? It's like
that's a lot of science and memorizing shit.
It was just once I went there because it's like, oh, that's the the money maker.
Right.
But then, like I said, you get to college and you be like, oh man, I can do what I want to do.
Exactly.
Like, I can really all I really need to do is finish this, and I can do what I want to do. And I got like that story where you like was down on your last, and then I made it work. You know what I'm saying? My first semester in college, I did horrible because I never had unstructured time.
Like my freedom.
My mom, I had freedom. My mom was cool. Like you go out, do whatever you want. Like you know better types of like, so you can do what you want, but you know better, so don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was never like locked in the house or nothing like that. It was just that I've always played sports, so I had a reason to do good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And once you got to college and you just a student, I'm just a regular nigga now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
ain't nobody checking to see if I did my homework.
Exactly.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Exactly, man. I got into like smoking and stuff like that. I don't smoke anymore. That's something I quit after that semester. I'm not productive. Shout out to anybody who does.
Yeah.
I don't look down upon it, but I'm just not productive that way. So I do drink a little bit, but
that's real.
You know what I'm saying? So once that happened, man, I just kind of had to grow up and then realize that my mistakes is my mistakes. Nobody can make them for me, and nobody's gonna prosper or lose from them. You know what I'm saying? Like if I lose, that don't do nothing to you. Right. So I had realized, like, bro, it's only you. So you gotta get it together. So
that's real.
After that downfall, you know, I picked it up and made it happen.
Good. And you graduated?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's good shit.
And I ain't one of the ones who walked the stage and they had a credit. Like I had all my credits.
That boy had his shit. He had to go back.
I had to go back and do nothing.
That's dope. Join the greatest fraternity on the planet too.
You feel me? Shout out to the Nukes. Man.
Shout out to the Nukes.
Shout out to them. That was a big thing too, man. Me pledging. That was like, you know what I'm saying, like an eye opener. That was like something like
for sure.
Being greater than like doing something greater than you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's always gonna be like number one for me. So I never denounce. You know what I'm saying? I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm humble to the fact, and I'm more than like thankful.
Definitely. I feel the same way. Like, I'm just grateful for that shit. I see people making those goofy videos on social media. I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
It's the social media area, so everybody wants something that's gonna raise their eyebrows.
Right.
They probably don't even feel that way, but they gonna watch this.
People want attention and shit. Exactly.
Lame shit.
That's crazy.
Lame shit. You don't even know what you're doing.
No, facts. But I love that you didn't rush it and you didn't force yourself to do things in college that you didn't want to do. You're like, let me just relax into it and figure it out.
Oh yeah, I've never been a follower. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was never me. Even when I made mistakes, I made my mistakes my way. Therefore, I knew the real way. So I'm one of those people who believe in you got to do everything with genuine intent, and you have to do everything being real.
Mm-hmm.
So even if I'm being like open and unprideful with you, and you pull like a move on me and like, you know what I'm saying, shame me out a little bit, that's cool because I knew I was being real, so I don't have to question our relationship no more.
Right.
I can leave you where you was at. I can take that L and I can grow from it. But the problem is the person who did that to me, if they weren't being real, then they got to be like, dang, what happened? Bro was a good person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, if you're a good person, man, the right things come to you, and that's always who I've been in any circumstance.
That's real shit. Like, real shit attracts more real.
Exactly. Energy.
Yeah, it's all about energy. So if you're gonna be kind of slimy, then you're gonna attract more slime.
More slime, and then your life gonna be a little harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done been through a lot, and I prevail every time. So
yeah, I try to get people to understand, like, your life is a product of you. Like, you create your life. If you don't like where your life is at, you can change it. But
it's crazy. I had a conversation with my boy Rocky. I was like, yo, I gotta be who I think I am. In my mind. Like, you know how we all like think we so superb person?
Yeah.
You really gotta be that though.
You gotta be that.
You gotta set yourself up for that.
Facts. You have that like image of yourself where you're like, yeah, I'm doing everything. I'm the man. Like, I'm getting my shit together. But it's like, versus what you actually doing, you're like, damn, I need to just turn it up a little bit more.
Exactly. Every time. You know what I'm saying? Until you can't no more. You know what I'm saying? Then you change, and that's okay because you change it for the better, not the worse.
Exactly. I think one of the things I love to say is, like, the best way to predict the future is to create it. So you got that image of yourself of where you want to be at, who you want to be, and then you just start taking steps right now to get there.
Yeah, and then you know every move you're going to make.
Yeah.
Like, everything is like a domino effect. I know if I go shoot this person, I'm going to go to jail.
Right, consequences.
You know what I'm saying? But I know if I go to work today, I'm going to leave with a check on Friday.
Yep.
So, you know what I'm saying? You just got to make the right decisions and do everything you need to do. Not to say you don't take risk in life because that's what it's all about, to get ahead, but just be ready for whatever comes and always be calculated.
Bet. So I got a question now. What does Yurnt life mean?
Yurnt life is like, before all of this Young and Turnt stuff, we had did the Young and Turnt. Like, this like 2015, 16.
Okay.
You know,
so
like, we got the YL stamp. It's copyrighted and everything. You can't even use Yurnt without paying us. So we were like, man, it was like 2016, and we were like, partying a lot and doing a lot of stuff, man, and we were just making a movement for ourselves. So we just started, we put a Y in front of it and made it happen. So Yurnt life, the symbol is like this. This is YL. This is double L's. Double L stand for love and loyalty. That's what we stand on, and that's who we are. So, you know what I'm saying? When we got into that, it was like, bro, like, you can't like fake it. Like, this is who we are. You know what I'm saying? You could have changed the name to make it something that's more popular to everybody else, but then that wouldn't be genuine. That wouldn't be us. That wouldn't be, how can I say, authentic.
Yeah, that's real. So, you said we, like, who are these guys? Dude you grew up with? Dude you met in college?
It's funny. We all from the same city, except for Dale. Shout out to Dale Music once again. He from Tampa. The guy I say at the studio in the crib, and he put us in.
Okay.
But Wild Dunny, Wild Bino, Wild Rocky, Wild Bezo, those guys, we all from the same city, man. Came up together and went to school. You know what I'm saying? Went to high school together. I'm actually older. I'm older than three of them, and me and Bezo are the same age, but. You know what I'm saying? We just been tight for a long time, and a lot of people can't say they've been friends with people from their hometown for so long.
That's
facts.
facts.
I've known these guys since I was like 11.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So once we like clicked, man, it was like one of those things where you just can't stop it. We all stood for the same thing. We've had our share of problems, but we brothers, so we go through that.
Yo, that's dope as fuck. And if anybody listening, you're not watching, Julio got on a Scut hat right now. And he showed love and he supported and bought that.
For sure.
Yeah, me and my partner, Justin, we started that. And me and Justin, we known each other since elementary school. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
And we got a group of friends that we still been talking to this day.
Yeah.
When we've been friends for like, 10 plus years now. You know what I mean? And like you're saying, it's like, everybody has their ups and downs and people, leave. That you hear from people a little bit less. But at the end of the day, you know that y'all homies,
Exactly. Brothers more so. Brothers more so.
Brothers more so.
So regardless of the fact of who's going through what, you always look out for them and you try to do the best by them.
Exactly.
And one thing we always, if I break up being friends with you and I got so much to say, I was never your friend.
Facts.
So I'm gonna tell you everything I got to say while we friends. and you can take it how you want to take it, but you know it's love.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But if say was like, oh, I've been wanting to tell you you a F, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, bro, you could have said that.
Could have said that.
Could have been said you was mad at me about so and so and so and so. But like, you didn't. You waited till we got in an argument to bring this all on the table. So was that really true friendship? And we just stand on the fact of keeping it honest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it causes problems. Yeah, nobody's perfect, but it does well for us. You know what I'm saying? You got to check people when they need to be checked, and they got to check you when you need to be checked.
So I think that's one thing that, especially in our community, and a lot of dudes ain't growing up with dads, it can be kind of uncomfortable for people to check another, like tell another man like, hey, what you doing is kind of making me uncomfortable. Like we got to address that shit,
especially without being like aggressive.
Right? Without being. That's what it is. Because for somebody, it's always you trying me. And it's like, no, I'm not really trying. Like, I'm just bringing up something that I had an issue with.
Yeah, I ain't rocking.
And I thought we was cool, so
I'm not going.
Yeah, like I'm asking you as a friend, like let's don't do that shit.
For sure. That's what it is though. I could definitely relate to that in the aspect. Not necessarily I didn't have a dad, but you know, like not in the house. My mom, I was raised by my aunt and my mom. So in a village, of course. So, like, you don't get to see that aspect of how a man gets to do certain things. My mom was the dad and the mom, you feel me?
Yeah.
And that's no shot at my dad. Like, he was around. He just was outside the house. You know, he had a wife and kids somewhere else. So, that's just how that goes. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely understand that.
Yeah, I understand it, too. I mean, I even have my dad. I still, everybody struggles with, like, conflict, you know?
Yeah.
But you're something that you got to eventually learn and grow out of, because I feel like some people don't learn and get out of that shit, and it be ruining relationships because you got pride and ego in it.
Yeah, I always said one of my biggest things is I can't have pride with my brothers. Pride can't stand in a room where love is. You feel me? So how can I be prideful with you if I call you my brother? That means I got like something built up to where I won't be real with you, but I'm supposed to love you too at the same time, and that goes for relationships too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I have to you got to be unprideful when you speak, so people can really see the genuine you and really see how you think and really see how you move and see what you mean. Because if you don't do that, man, it's going to be like, oh, like I had too much pride to, you know, put this aside. But for what, though?
For what?
What we going to do? We're going to fight, and then we're going to be friends afterwards. So let's do that. If we're going to do, I'd rather do that than, you know what I'm saying, you hold pride on me and you don't even keep it real.
Right. You're going to terminate the relationship over some petty bullshit.
For real, because either you're going to beat my ass, I'm going to beat your ass. Either way, but we're going to be cool afterwards. You know what I'm saying? We just had to get it out.
Yeah, exactly. Just get it over with and then move on.
For real.
Yeah, that's real shit. No, that's dope.
Nah, for real.
All right, so we got Yurnt Life. So now you talking about like expression and, you know, putting yourself in the music and telling us a message. Like what would you say if nobody's heard your music before? What would they say? How would you describe it to
it's
somebody?
Wavy. I talk about females a lot, but I've learned a lot of lessons in my life from females. Another thing being, I'm gonna say, it's lit. Like I'm a very positive person, so you get a lot of positive energy out of me.
I bet. Hey, that's why you got the Scott hat on. Scott all about positivity. You on the same wave. Like, hey, that's why we linked up. It's real shit.
Peace and positivity, man. That's how I move around.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
But yeah, so if you listen, man, it's always gonna be a good time. It's always gonna be a feel good song. That's who I am. That's what I like to present. I don't really have that aspect of like, you know, holding on to bad things. I'm more of like the, you know, optimistic person.
Dope.
Glass half full, not empty. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you'll get out of me every time. And I feel like it's better to move that way. Because once you let depression sit in, it's gonna stay.
Facts. I mean, I even tell people this sometimes, like, I'd rather be wrong and say something like I can do it or I have confidence in myself. I'd rather be wrong about that and still believe it than be negative and be right, you know?
Exactly.
Because a lot of times you just be in your own head blocking your shot, saying, oh, this can't work or I can't do it. When in reality, if you just believe in yourself, you can make it happen.
But that's like I'm saying, like I just said, man, you got to go about it the real way so you can know the real truth about the real response to it. However it's going to come out, it's going to come out because I was being real.
Yeah.
One of my biggest things I always said, like, in a relationship, you got to be as real as possible.
Yeah.
Because once that's over, you can be like, dang, I ain't do that. That probably would have kept us together. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I ain't do that. But you got to do you. Like, not saying, like, you got to cater yourself to them. You got to be yourself.
Yeah.
But, like, if you go in there being fake and not who you actually are, and then you lose out, you can be like, bro, I was being fake anyway, bro. I should have kept it real with Shawty. Like, you know what I'm saying? She would have rocked with me more. But, like, that's just how you got to do it. If you do anything without being real about it, bro, or not moving genuinely, dog, you're not going to get any feedback that you're going to learn from.
Yeah, you're going to get bad results.
Everything's going to be a smoke and mirror.
You're gonna be lost in the sauce for real,
for sure.
Cause like you reap what you sow. So if you being fake, you gonna get fake shit back.
Exactly.
That's real shit.
I try. That's the only way to have clarity.
Yeah.
if you ain't got clarity, man, it's gonna be real tough for you out here. So, I believe if you move like that, a lot of clarity will come in life. And although, yeah, it might not be the most popular thing or the most satisfying thing every time, but it's gonna work for you at the end of the day.
I like that. Hey, we need more artists spreading that message. That shit's real.
Yeah, they'll get more out of me when they see me, man, for sure.
Hey, so you got a song to play for us too, right? Let's
for sure, man. Let my phone fell.
Oh shit, yeah, go ahead and grab that bit.
This is how it's gonna go. Let me grab that. Let's see if we put it up like that.
Yeah, just play it straight like that.
I gotta keep that shit 100. This is your life or no life.
How could you blame a nigga? They try to hang a nigga. Now they won't change a nigga. But I cannot play with niggas. Yeah, how could I not rock these diamonds and gold on my neck? I remember they thought I was broke. How could I not just go out and not stand on these niggas? I remember they thought I was poor. Young nigga from the west side or the east side in the Ville. All they know is hustle, get it off the muscle. It was always diamonds on the wheat chill. Then we hit a dinner spot with some Spanish stocks, and I got it, we don't split the bill. Cause I love and loyalty, fuck the royalty. Cause with your broke, I'ma keep it real. Yeah, I take the blame for niggas who don't wanna work, but then they want all the fame. I take the blame for niggas that say they want different, but then these niggas never turn. Keep the shackles off of niggas, cause I would've turned, but I'm never gonna be a slave. Keep the rapping for a living, cause I speak the word, and then these niggas feel the pain. Niggas crying for a bad bitch, they never had shit. Reason I'm killing them sadly. Remember times I ain't had shit, instead of bad bitch, now I'm here chasing cash. Young nigga getting married, keeping it real. All these bitches wearing plastic, young nigga never had shit. And when we made it, all these bitches paying taxes.
No, because I'm trying to figure out why my text not being answered, my phone calls being ignored.
Your phone calls not being ignored, you just keep calling. I'm in the studio.
Okay, so if they don't be answered, what do they be?
I just told you, say shit, what can I do?
Okay, you can text me and just say that.
We couldn't run from them fights. We couldn't run from them fights. We couldn't sleep on some nights. That's from all the pressure. Checo had cut off the lights. We cut them back on. We gotta keep the discretion. All my losses turn to lessons. Turn them to blessings, yeah. You know how that feel. I cannot do too much stress and killing my soul. Yeah, I'm just keeping it real. Running with the knives on my feet. Bad bitch, she like how I speak. I just wanna give it to her real. Baby girl, she knowin' what to do. I just been doing this shit. They know that I'm poppin'. They know that I'm poppin' my shit. Yeah, I'm really getting lit. They know what it is. They know I'm lit than a bitch. We couldn't run from them fights.
That's how that go right there, man.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, man, we try to make sure we put a message in everything.
I was gonna say it sounded like it was definitely a lit song, but it was also like you was really spitting in there. Walk me through a little bit of it, because obviously I could hear it. But
so one of the things I said in this Richard Broke, I'm gonna keep it real. Just, you know what I'm saying, always being 100. A lot of people have, like, you know, how can I say, situational love for people, you know what I'm saying, when it's suiting them well, then they'll keep it 100 with you. But either way it go, like I said with the love and loyalty thing, if I ain't got $2, you got $1. If I'm splitting it with 3 others, if I got $1, they got $0.25, you know what I'm saying? At least to the best of my ability to do it. So I always try to keep it, like, very, very authentic. That's who I am. Another thing I said, niggas crying for a bad bitch, they never had shit. Reason I'm killing them sadly. Remember times I ain't had shit, it's at the bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always try to tell my like friends that going through stuff when it comes to females, anything like that. We don't have beautiful women, and that's no knock at women. Like, I love women, but you ain't never had $1 million before. So put your focus on. You know what I'm saying? If you got problems, if you ain't got no money, man, what you going chasing a woman for? If you ain't got it together, you know what I'm saying? What you like? Because unfortunately, it does seem this way. Men are their love is based off the love they receive is based on what they can provide. You can't provide, and what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I always preach that. I believe in that. Yeah. Some people might think they might not like it, but that's what I believe. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's real though, because it's like you gonna be chasing women, but you ain't got your shit together. They gonna look at you like, what? Why should I kick it to you? You ain't even got your shit together.
And man, you got $5.
What we gonna do with that?
You got $5, and she want to go out to a dinner that costs about $300. What you gonna do?
Right.
You gonna try to juggle finesse. You gonna ask this person, ask that person, ask this person, And then now you owe them. You robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bro, just having your priorities together. It's a very, very like sad thing sometimes that, you know what I'm saying, you gotta say no. And you might want to say yeah.
Say no.
But use that as motivation to get where you need to be. I'm like, I always tell you know, shorties, like, I get you all you can eat, just have some patience with me. That's a Drake bar, but it's so real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I can't be no more than what I am for you. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I put that in there. And like,
that's real.
Another thing I say in there is, dang, what was that, bro? I could be having it's so much. I make so much music sometimes.
No, I'm already knowing. One thing that stood out to me was when you're talking about taking the blame.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna get to actually. Yeah, man, because for people around you, man, for anybody you call your brother, anybody you call, like, you know what I'm saying, somebody you rock with, you know, you love or whatever the case may be, you gotta take the blame for their BS because you ain't checking them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I take the blame for niggas who don't want to work, but they want all of the fame. Like, you gotta put the grind in. I know that all my brothers, they gonna, you know what I'm saying, hold me accountable. I hold them accountable. Like I said, that's how we live. So you gotta take, if they not doing it, you gotta take the blame for that. Like, that's your boy. He you know, privy.
You're supposed to make sure he was tight.
You gotta put him on. If he learning slow, make sure you keep shoving it in his face that he gotta know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I take the blame. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to be like real selfish about stuff and be like, hey, that's him. Or that's her, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, bro, we a unit, man. If I care about you, I gotta see you through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to, at least, until it becomes a detriment to myself.
Yeah, I think that's something I learned from Kappa. Honestly, that kind of
Exactly.
mindset. I feel like that. I feel like people could learn a lot from experiencing shit like that, like going through things with other people and putting the collective above yourself. Because I think there's way too much of just putting your hands up. Oh, that shit wasn't me. It wasn't my fault. I didn't do it.
It's easy to be selfish, bro.
Easy.
It's easy.
It's
bro.
natural, honestly.
It's so easy to be selfish. It's easy to, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to do that, man, but it's not easy to look out for others. And it's not easy to act. But when you selfish, then you got, who you gonna ask if you ain't got nobody? When you ain't got nothing.
It's facts.
And all you gonna do is come tell somebody a story. Like, I got it out the mud on my own. I respect that, bro, but you could have did better yourself too, if that be the case. You know what I'm saying? Some people not like that. Some people, you know what I'm saying, they open their hand and never receive back.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we talking about the latter right now. So that's like the biggest thing for me, man. Like, if you listen to my music, you're gonna hear real stuff. Like, I talk about real. Like, I talk about who I am. And I had to tell somebody the other day, was on the phone, I was like, you're not listening to the music. You're just trying to find stuff that you like. I said, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Then they went back and they listened. I was like, oh, I didn't hear like that. Like, yeah, like, listen to it. Like, actually listen. And that's what I really want my fans to do. It's just listen to it. Listen to what I'm saying. It's a message in everything, I promise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't put no BS out there. I got a couple wavy, vibey songs, you know what I'm saying, to talk about what I do in life, because I party and I drink a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I got something to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once they listen to it and they feel it, they can be like, oh, okay. And I just feel like the light ain't been shined on my way just yet, but it's coming.
Yeah, I mean, I see you taking the necessary steps to really put yourself on and promote.
For sure.
'Cause I think that's one thing that stands out between like artists who really make it and artists who are just make good music. Because you got to really have that marketing and put yourself out there. Because it's one thing to be good, but if nobody hears about you, then
yeah, it's hard though, man.
It's hard.
I'm learning every day, man. You know, it's a step to everything, you know.
Yeah.
But you just got to be able to like keep pushing, man, and then
facts.
Always knowing that it's something to come from it. If you don't believe in yourself, then you might as well hang it up. You know what I'm saying? If you question what everybody else got to say, you definitely got to have tunnel vision, because somebody can be like, oh, I ain't like this, oh, I ain't like that, but they not you. And you got to do it because you love it, not because you think it can take you somewhere.
100%.
So, like, if I'm doing this because it can take me somewhere, I ain't going to genuinely get into it. I'm not going to learn it. I'm not going to, like, feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put so much pride behind it once I, you know what I'm saying, and doing it. Like, I'm going to be very confident. But if I'm just doing it, oh, I might make $1 million. And no passion behind it, you'll never go further than just that.
You won't go hard. Once shit gets really hard, you're not going to persevere, because you're going to be like,
sit down, like, I'm good, man.
Yeah,
I'm good. You know but I feel like you can't go through life without a passion.
You can't. And most people don't find it because they don't get exposed to shit that puts them in a mode to even realize it.
Or they don't want to. A lot of complacency.
Yeah.
They don't want to. I know people who don't want to be ambitious. They don't want to suffer, how can I say, what's the word I'm looking for? Rejection.
Yeah, and like lose, fail.
Yeah, they don't want to lose. They don't want to suffer that. But that make the strongest people. Like, failing over and over and over again. You're going to be strong. You ain't going to do that again.
Yeah.
I always say I'm a person who hit the wall. So all my lessons I learned the hard way. You know what I'm saying? That's I don't know who else says that, but I say that a lot.
That's
like
a
I'm gonna
bar.
hit the wall every time. So like, cause that's the only way I'm gonna learn, man. Like, shoot, I'm gonna have to do it wrong to do it right.
Facts.
Or I get it right the first time, then so be it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how you cheat on a test and then that person failed and you fail too? You're gonna be like, I could have did this show myself.
Right. I could have tried and got an F.
Exactly, you feel me? But you didn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't hit the wall, so now you thinking that you and him good. Like, nah, bro, y'all not good. Like, trust me. And I only speak from experience, man. So like everything you hear me say be like real deal.
Yeah, no, that shit is really real. Man, that's too funny. I love hearing your energy. It's all about accountability and perseverance and doing the shit that you want to do. That's why I tell people, like, you got to be passionate about whatever it is you're doing so that it makes you want to be better at it.
Bro, my biggest, like, passionate story, right? I worked at Enterprise. Like, you met me. Yeah. This like right when the pandemic started. So only some people were working. So I'm at a site. It's like I'm a MT or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm like the lower person in the branch other than the manager. And I'm by myself, you know what I'm saying? And I got a music video to shoot, right? And it's a Saturday. Ain't nobody there with me. I'm closing the shop. The car's outside. So I'm like, you know what, bro? It's a song called Liddy. I shot the video for it. I took like 3 or 4 of those cars, bro, put them in my video right after I got off work and went straight to the video. And I shot the video behind the building.
That's lit. Bro,
it was like one of those things was like, either you gonna do it or you not. So like, I was like, bro, shoot, if I want this to work out, I ain't got the bag like that, so I need to go ahead and like make it happen. Yeah. And then me trying to be a good guy, I should have just went all the way with it, but I had told the manager that I used one of the vehicles, and then he ended up telling like the area manager and such and such and such. Eventually getting fired for it, but I really didn't feel bad, bro, because I got the video off.
Yeah, as long as you got the video, and
I feel like the song hard, you know what I'm saying? So
I think it was worth it. I mean, I definitely respect that risk-taking attitude, and you even kept it real and told him like, I used one.
I told him because I used that car to go home because I had a hoopty, bro. And without, like, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, if you leave a car sitting for too long, the battery dies. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm in like a 2002 Chrysler. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the battery died on me for some reason, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to run when it's running. But, you know, it's a slider. It's a slider, man. So you got to just do what you got to do. So the battery went there, bro, and I ain't had time for all that, man. I had other things to do today. So I had just took the charger that was there and, like, you know what I'm saying, made it happen. Just went to the crib, though. But I just let him know. Because the manager I had previous wouldn't have tripped on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I wouldn't put him out there like that when I had got fired. I just left it alone.
Yeah, that's real.
So, like, once that happened, bro, it was a blessing, though, man. I was slaving.
Yeah.
Like, I was slaving, bro. Like, I ain't saying don't work, because you got to work to make money.
Got to work.
But just try to find something that works for you. If you don't have nothing, if it don't work for you, like, try to keep looking, man. Like, but I was slaving, bro. Like, you got to realize, man, I'm doing, like, 55 hours a week during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
You feel me? So, like, it's like one of them things where it's like, oh, it's paying the bills, so you ain't got to worry. But at the same time, it's people that ain't working that's still making the same money as me. Right. And especially down here in Miami, you know how it go.
Motherfuckers be getting money easy.
What? They don't got no job.
So what'd you do after Enterprise then?
After Enterprise, bro, I had like 2 other jobs. I worked at a college. That didn't work out, man. Ended up being like a sales job. I worked at like a window company and stuff. Then I had like, you know, invested in a couple things, man. Got a 360 photo booth called Candid Clips. Me and my brother Bino got a to-go hookah company called Slide and Vibe Hookah out of Central Florida in Orlando. Shout out to the guys, man. Y'all make sure y'all link up with us. Then I had ventured off into a trucking company that ended up going sour, but you know, you live and you learn. So I just been on my entrepreneur wave and making things happen that way.
Nice. Okay. So you still on that entrepreneurial grind?
Oh, always.
Dope.
Always, man. You always got to be finding something. I work somewhere, but I won't disclose it.
Oh, okay.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't want nobody coming to my job and finding me and nothing like that. Thanks. I might not be that hot, but some people looking for you.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
You never know. Okay. But yeah, but I have like work a job that works for me. Work like 4 days a week, and then you know what I'm saying. Everything else after that, and it works with my time and everything like that. So
that's dope.
I can provide for myself. I can be the machine for everything I want to do musically, and then you know what I'm saying, hold my own.
How'd you learn to like start businesses and stuff like that?
The frat.
The frat. Yeah, that's real. Hey, this damn near a Kappa promotional video.
Hey, man, just meeting people, man. Because I don't come from that, man. My mama mom was a hustler, man. Like that's all she knew. So she knew how to make things happen. Let's say that. And I got in the frat, man. You can just meet people with different mindsets. I got an OG, his name Parker. He told me thing about the women thing. Females are a distraction if you ain't got yourself together.
Facts.
Because one thing about a female, man, she want to be a priority. But if you can't prioritize it, it's gonna be a distraction. Unfortunately, man, once again, I love women, but I definitely believe that's a thing. But you know what I'm saying, you got to make it work for you when it does come to that aspect. But yeah, so a couple people in the frat, man, just learning new people, learning new ways, seeing things that's possible, and then just trying it out, like just going at it, believing that I can. You know what I'm saying? I always say there's haters out there, but you gotta like tunnel vision on everything.
Yeah, motherfuckers hating. That shit don't do nothing. That don't pay the bills. That don't do nothing. Motherfuckers hating.
Like I said, it be cliche. I'm okay with it. It's cliche to be okay with it, but you know what I'm saying? You'll never know who in your ear, man. Like you'll never know. And like me, like I said, my brother died when I was 15, and that was like kind of like my father figure a little bit. You know what I'm saying? His dad as well. Like his dad did a big part of my life, and my uncle who made me move with him. But once he was gone, bro, it wasn't really no guidance. I was kind of learning everything on my own. Yeah. So in high school, bro, I was dating like a chick that everybody like, you know what I'm saying? And in dating that chick, it come with a lot of hate. It come with a lot of people that's trying to on the back end. And I'm 15, bro. I don't know nothing about dating. That's my first girlfriend. Like if it's legit or not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So at that point, man, people was like snaking me and like coming behind my back, and I'm actually talking to bruh and giving him the info. Like I'm like trying to get advice. Yeah. And come to find out, you know, he on the back end doing that. So like I had to learn, bro. But it was like it wasn't like learn like not to trust people. It was learning I had the sauce.
So he was trying to get at Shorty behind your back?
Well, to my dismay or whatever you want to say it was his girlfriend at first.
So it was technically his ex, and you got her?
But I was 15, bro. Right. I didn't know nothing about it. I just got in high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hadn't, like, that wasn't none of my business. Right. You know what I'm saying? So after my brother passed, and I grew up with this guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all grew up around each other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, like, you know, it's cool. Well wishes. Yeah. But that's how life worked, though. But you can't expect that from everybody. But like I say, instead of being like, dang, niggas ain't got my back, it's like more so like, bro, I'm like that. Like, you niggas want to be in my shoes. Like, I'm like that. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers hating.
Yeah, y'all niggas hating, bro. I'm really like that. Like, I can do what I want to do, and I'm going to set the trend. Yeah. So, from that point on, man, I just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, just did me. That's where that mindset of just doing genuinely myself, and just whatever going to come from it, because, like, you don't know who you are until you are. You know what I'm saying? So, that was, like, one of those biggest things for me, man, that, like, kind of set me on the track of doing things my way.
That's big.
Bro, you gotta have confidence.
I think what's one thing I wish I could go back and give myself is confidence. I feel like I always was good at things, and I excelled at like school, sports. I played sports too. Yeah. But like if I was more confident, I would have really been able to dominate and like just go crazy. But I was insecure as a kid.
I'm not even gonna cap, bro. On the field, like when I played football and stuff, I didn't really get that till like my senior year where I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do me. Right. Even in basketball, I wasn't really no basketball player like that though. But I played because, you know what I'm saying, the girls could see your face.
Exactly.
You know
ain't no helmet on.
And all my homies was nice. All my homies was nice in basketball. So I just played. I know I made the team and shit. Yeah. But I was athletic enough, obviously. But that was like, you know what I'm saying, that was like the biggest thing when it comes to sports is being confident. I was never lack confidence like socially. I was always straight socially. It was just you don't know what you don't know. So like I'm out here doing stuff and ain't nobody teaching me. I'm just going about it. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the coach that I got teaching me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying, I picked up the confidence thing because I ain't want to be no loser.
Facts.
Not saying that anybody who don't have it is a loser, but that's just what I always want. And my mom and my aunt, and like I grew up with a lot of women and women with an opinion. So they was just like always like boosting me up. And I'm appreciative of that because, you know what I'm saying, that's what helped my mindset molded who it is.
For sure.
I'm one of them people who believe, like, hey, man, you ain't got to worry about me hollering at your bitch. You got to worry about your bitch hollering at me. Right. That's how I believe it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if they think so or not. But that's how I believe it.
No, that's good. That confidence is good. And also, like, the confidence I got was to try shit that I never done before, but I wanted to do it, and not being worried about motherfuckers looking and being like, yo, what you doing? Like, that's stupid. That's lame.
The one, though.
Like, when I started this podcast, I started it with, I had my mic, and and I had my laptop, and I'm just, we doing it off the webcam and off the mic, and that shit would look corny or it looked low production. Motherfuckers can be like, what is you doing? Like, that shit's
You gotta start somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere. Shit, yeah. But I would just encourage other people, like, don't be scared of everything not being 100% when you get started.
Nah, bro, because you might be a pioneer. You don't know anyone's insecurities. That's the biggest thing you got to know in this world, bro. Like, you don't know what people are insecure about because they'll hide those. They hide their insecurities. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
Me, personally, I put mine on the table, so you can't use them against me.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
You know what I'm saying? If I got a problem, I'm like, oh, yeah, I fucked up. Nah, later on, you can't say, oh, like blackmail and all that shit, bro. Like, you can't do that to me because this who I am. I already done sat in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I already sat in the mud, bro. Like, yeah, that happened. Cool. That's who I am. I messed up or I did right, whatever the case may be. When you sit on your insecurities like that, bro, nobody can use it against you. Because the insecurity is just the fear of an opinion.
Right. You scared of other people looking down on you and saying, oh, look at, he got a big nose, or he's stupid, he ugly, he can't dress, whatever it is.
And then who are they? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
if you end up being successful, like, who really are they?
Who are they?
You feel me? You can't even say they. I don't say they a lot, but like, who are they? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're nobody. Like, you're not me.
Yeah.
So I can't worry about you. Not to say like you don't mean something to somebody else, but you don't mean nothing to me, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is like love the people that's around me and take that energy and thrive.
Yeah. One thing I try to remind myself all the time is like other people, when they say things, you can choose whether or not to let that get you emotional. You can choose to get mad about it. You were making a decision to say, I'm going to get upset about this and I'm going to go off type shit. People always say, oh, he made me do it or they cut me off in traffic, blah, blah. Like, nah, you let that be the reason to turn up.
I ain't gonna lie, I deal with that a lot when I'm like too passive.
I mean, everybody do. It can happen.
But it's sometimes you got to step on them.
You got to step.
Like,
sometimes you do need, there's sometimes where you need to contain it. Other times you got to let it out. That's true. You just got to be in control. That's what it's about.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I got a homeboy that used to tell me, he's like, bro, you got too big of a heart, bro. Like, sometimes you got to, like, step on them motherfuckers, like, because they trying you. And I'm like, yeah, I feel you. Then I started seeing it, and I was like, okay, let me, like, change this, like, do this a little different.
Yeah.
And then let me see how they move now.
It is a balance.
Always still being genuine.
It's always being genuine. Yeah, that's what, like, when you check people, that's what I had to learn personally. Like, I would check people and get emotional because I would be like, yo, like, why is y'all doing this when I'm doing X, Y, Z, blah, blah. Yeah. Instead, it's just hey, like, almost asking questions, too. It's like, why are you doing this because of blah, blah, blah? Like, when you come at people really trying to understand and, like, work with them, if they are your homie and they in good faith, they'll work with you. But when you start to get emotional and, like,
man, I mean, it happens though, bro. As long as you wear it, like, you know what I'm saying, wear it like a shield, you feel me?
Yeah.
Only, like I said, only you can make yourself feel bad. Yeah. So, like, if you do get emotional about it, bro, like, hey, man, that's who I am, bro. Y'all know how I'm rocking, but you know it's real.
Yeah, it's
real. Once again, going back to that point, if it was real, and that's fine. As long as I ain't faking it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how I am, bro. Like, what you gonna change up on me because I'm a real nigga? You feel me? So, I think that, like, in order to get out of that mindset, you just, like I said, everything leads back to being authentic, being real, bro. If you 100 every time you go about it, you have no worries.
Yeah.
Cause that's where it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel it. Like, that's how I see it, bro. I was depressed when I was 15, bro. I was like fucked up about a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. But I realized, bro, if you be real after going through all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, when people trying me and backdooring me or whatever the case may be, because it was people that was looking out for me too. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
It was like, well, you know what, bro? I know if I'm gonna be real, I know that I'm gonna get whatever they're giving me. Mm-hmm. But I can never, like, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh damn, I did wrong in this, so now I gotta make amends. Nah, bro, I was 100, bro. So when you fuck up, that's it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was keeping it real. But
I was keeping it real, you wasn't. And that's fine with me, regardless of how I look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what people gonna respect every time, and they're gonna respect if you was being honest and being 100 with them.
Yeah.
Anybody who asks for anything less, anybody that asks for anything fake, they're living in a jaded world. So that's how I feel about that, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you say you brought up the confidence thing. It's like, bro, just be real with yourself.
Just be real. True. Just be true.
And it'll change your perspective, man. Perspective is everything, literally.
Literally. That's why I like to do the podcast, because you can learn from other people's perspective.
My homegirl, she was like, oh, I can't be hollering at niggas because I'm scared of rejection. I was like, well, damn, I thought you was the prize. And she was like, you right. I can holler at whoever I want to holler at. I'm like, right, just change your perspective. Just because you don't want to holler at it don't mean you not the prize.
That's so facts.
You just find a motherfucker attractive. Like, just go do that shit.
And that's what, and it's like rejection. You don't have to look at it as, oh, I got rejected. It's just that person wasn't it?
It wasn't for you.
It wasn't for you,
yeah. But you tried.
Right.
Attraction is real.
You ain't got to take it personal.
Everybody you're attracted to, you're not going to fall in love with.
Facts.
That's real life. But you got 100% of the shots you don't take, you don't miss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's just like, bro, it's so I live in that every day, man. I have to remind myself because I do have my moments, but I try to live in that every day.
I feel like there'd be a lot more successful relationships if women did shoot their shot. What you think?
Yeah, man, because you know guys don't, especially nowadays, niggas don't be trying to. I was talking, not in the worst way. They just be like, you know, if they ain't got that bag on them like that, I don't think they walking into it with all that confidence. Some of them not. You got to be a different type. I feel like I'm different, by the way.
I also think like dudes get in their head a lot, and they don't know how to start. Because I know it can be hard at first. You're like, oh, I don't know what to say. Like,
hey man, that's when you go back to being yourself.
That's being real, exactly. Like you ain't got to come up with some crazy shit. Like just go up there and be real.
Go be yourself. Because you gonna change up and lose. You gonna be like, dang, maybe I should have.
Maybe I should just been myself
once again. You feel me? So like that. I do believe like a lot more happen. A lot more will come from it. But also you got to realize, man, how many niggas like go for anything.
That's also
so
true.
That's the catch on that. Like, oh, bro, gonna go anyway. So
that's a good point.
So is it really like her hollering at a nigga like, but like of course he gonna say yeah.
Right.
I feel like women be forgetting that sometimes. Like you know a nigga gonna go for you. You choose who you fuck, they choose who they marry.
Yeah.
So you know once you go holler at bro, he gonna be with it most of the time. When you not with it though, women competitive, boy, they be on your head.
They do be competitive. Hey, women want what they can't have. That's what I noticed.
Boy. Always. Some of them are very like, you know what I'm saying, honest with themselves. But I think like most women are a competitive spirit. That's why like men, I don't think men try to argue the fact that women are stronger in a way. I feel like women like put that out there like that is a thing, but you don't hear no man, like not too many, if he ain't a weirdo, hollering about, oh, I'm better than her. Like, man, I appreciate you, queen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be you. Like I'm here for it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how you receive it and how you, like, your perspective on who I am. So, yeah, like, if a woman did come holler at you, there's a more success rate. I will say that. There's a bigger success rate.
Yeah.
It's like 70%.
Definitely, 70%. Yeah. I would say that's a fair number. Because, like, the way they shoot their shot is they'll look at you for 2 seconds, look away. I mean, walk past you type shit.
Hey, I mean, if it worked,
you really gotta read the tea leaves sometimes with shorties. They be trying to make sure you.
I'm an oblivious ass nigga. Like I'm oblivious.
So you don't be looking for signs.
You gotta catch my attention. Like if you ain't catch my attention, like some girls are bad and they still don't catch my attention. But like if you ain't catch my attention, then I will never know. You know what I'm saying? I really would never know. So like that's like one of those things, man. Not that I'm like super looking anyway right now. I'm focused. On some other shit, but like, if you like, say you out, bro, you vibing, that ain't what you came out here for. I don't go out looking for women at all, man. I'm kind of stuck where I'm at with that. But I look to have fun, man. I look to vibe. I'm with the guys, you know what I'm saying, having a good time. But let's say hypothetically, man, like you out and you vibing, and it's like, oh, I'm finna like, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to run down on something. Then you're gonna be looking. Then you're gonna be all over the place. You know what I'm saying, your eyes all over. But like if you out just vibing, like you don't really pay no attention. And then that's what's gonna give you that confidence though. Cause now you was just doing you and shawty pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, oh damn, like I ain't even see you, shawty, but you know, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like that's how that contains that confidence too, man. So like whenever you feel like whenever they feel like, if any guy feels like he ain't got the confidence, bro, just be yourself and like don't be looking for it. Just be on.
Just let it come to you.
It's what we said, that good energy, the right thing's gonna come.
It tracks. Yeah,
you feel me?
That's facts.
Every time it go back to good energy and being real.
That's what life is all about. Yo, I'm not gonna tell, like that's literally what Scud is all about. Like it's just good energy and being real. Like if we can get more motherfuckers to be on that wave, the world would be a better place.
For sure, bro. But you know, you got I can't blame people for where they come from and how they act, man. But somebody got to be able to show them eventually.
Exactly. And it's up to, and everybody's got to make their own choice. Like it's up to you. I think one of my like slogans is gonna be like, only you can change the world. Meaning that if you find that there are problems in the world that need to be changed, like only you can take care of it. Because if not, it's just us bitching about shit. And I don't like to bring up problems.
I ain't no complainer, bro.
I want to come up with a solution. If I got a problem or something, then I need to be finding a solution. Yeah, it's time to fix it.
The first thing I'm gonna do is try to find a solution. I ain't even going like, oh, this is going on. Like, no, I'm trying to find. Hey, bro, I'm trying to do this right here, because of this.
Yeah.
Not, hey, this going on. What should I do? Like, I don't be on that. I'm like trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a complainer, man. Complaining don't get you nowhere. Nowhere at all. Oh, excuse me.
Good.
I know venting does something.
Yeah, it's
You know
good to
what I'm
vent.
saying?
Yeah, have therapy and all that. Just get it off your chest. Talk to your homies.
Venting does something, but I mean, I feel like as far as complaining, all that is that, you know, hot air and then you still got the same problem.
Yeah.
So use that energy to try to fix it. If you can't, man, have faith. Faith is the biggest thing. I live off faith, man. Everything in my life been about faith. So if you don't got faith, man, it's gonna be hard for you to like really, really keep it together if you ain't got faith. Like if you ain't, because you don't know what's gonna happen when you do stuff, but then you're gonna be like, I didn't do that good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, oh, if you got faith, you know, that energy transcends, you know, it might really come out for your betterment. You know what I'm saying? So, to your benefit, for better words, I'm sorry. But, yeah, man, that's how that works, dog. Like, if you ain't got faith, bro, I feel like, and not everybody's religious. I'm not, like, crazy religious, but I believe in a higher power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the church and stuff like that, so that's always going to be a thing for me.
Yeah.
And faith done move hella mountains, bro. I had a
That's real.
horrible first semester of college, bro. And made it there. Somehow I made it to graduating. Let's just say that.
The define horrible. We got to see just how bad it was.
Bro, I had a lot of people don't even know this, bro. I had after my first semester, I dropped 3 classes and only had 1. I got a C in that 1 class I had.
Damn.
You know, that's failing out.
Yeah.
I had tore my ACL, though, the same semester. So when I tore my ACL, I had a reason to come back. So got appealed or whatever. Then I ended up graduating with like a 3.3.
That's fucking dope. Hey, turn that shit around. Hey, it's
Yeah,
not about how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly, man.
Yo, that's
Exactly.
dope. And I'm not surprised you finished because your mindset just points to, I got to take accountability. This is my shit. Like, I put myself in this hole. I got to get out, and I ain't going to stop until.
Yeah, I ain't even tell my mom. My mom called me. It's a crazy story, bro. My sister, I told my sister. Because my sister had, like, been very invested in me going to school, bro.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't playing with me. But once I had, like, got into it, I told her, I said, look, don't tell mama because, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to go through it. But I told my auntie, though, my auntie, like, the lover. Like, she ain't too hard, so she gonna give me, like, confidence, you know what I'm saying? My mama, like, the hard person, so.
Yeah.
My mom called one day, she like, oh, main man, let me, because she called me main man. She was like, let me get your information from school. I think I'm going to go back and take some classes. I'm not going to take no classes. I knew that when she asked.
Yeah.
But I gave her the information anyway. And then she say, like, my brother told her to check on me. My deceased brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's crazy. So she ended up finding out. But as soon as she found out, it was fixed in, like, a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had done worked so hard all summer. I was like 4 weeks from going back. I hadn't even picked my classes yet. And I was supposed to, but I hadn't because I hadn't realized, like, figured out what I was doing. And then, you know, she found out and it happened in a day. But she said my brother had told her to check on me.
So she knew something was up.
Yeah.
Something about the energy was like, yo,
she was on it.
She knew something was up,
For
man.
real.
That's crazy. And so, wait, you're saying like right when she found out is when it came out that you was fixed? That you was good?
Bruh, like, yeah.
Damn.
Like,
Was she spazzing? Was she pissed?
She kept it. She wasn't. My mama ain't really like the tripper like that. She just hard, man. My mama like just hard. Like, so she had her expectation is her expectation, and she don't play about it. So I was raised that way. That's why I don't complain because she don't do all that. She don't do the whining and all that. She was more happy that I was taking the initiative to get things done because I had made moves to get it done. You know what I'm saying? I had went to the orthopedic surgeon, got the note about it being torn and everything like that. I was working on it, and she was like, "Well, at least you've been working on it."
Yeah.
But like she just made a call and some shit happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was like, that's how it worked though.
Yeah.
And like I said, once again, energy.
Energy.
I was
real
putting
shit?
good energy into it.
Yeah.
God came through.
That's dope.
You feel me?
And,
So-
and you put action behind the faith too, because faith is important,
Every
but you
time.
got to be putting action behind it.
But I be feeling like, how could you ever think that you ain't got to put action behind it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a good
lot of people like bring that rebuttal, like, oh, having faith is just blind. Like, nah, you always got to put action behind everything.
Yeah.
My God, like you always.
Some
got
people
to-
really do think you can just pray, not do anything, and shit is gonna happen.
Well, I bet they live a hard life.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, real shit.
But yeah, man. So all of this led to the music though. Everything that I've told you, man. That ain't everything, but like the stories I have told you, right? That led to like having like something to say. You know, something to really talk about when you make music. And like I said, man, I make fun music. I make music you can feel like I take the blame as a fun song, but it's also one of them ones like, dang, bro, saying something. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
all of it like just plays a role in who I am today, man. And if I'm gonna put anything out, that's gonna be peace and positivity, and it's gonna be real love and loyalty.
That's dope. What's up in the future? I know you dropping some shit. You got videos coming out.
Yes, sir, man. Matter of fact, actually, me and Donnie, we just we've dropped 2 projects this year. Don Julio came out at the top of the year. Pretty big album, or just tape, or whatever they want to call it. Then we dropped over the summer. It's called One Yurnt Summer. It's a vibe, man. Me and bro, every time me and bro do something together, it's gonna be a vibe. For the future, it's gonna be. I got a video coming out for I'll Take the Blame. I got a trilogy coming out for a couple of songs that I had that's gonna be more catered to the women.
Dope.
It's a song called Flower Child, a song called Red Light, and a song called Side Nigga Story Interlude. SNS Interlude for short. And then I got a song called Call Me Up that I'm shooting a video for in a couple weeks. So we getting active, man. We really getting at it. It's so many things to do. Like I got so much music, bro, that I got options.
Dope.
You feel me? One of the biggest things, man, I told myself earlier this year, like I said, man, I lost a key part of like the musical like motivation. And my boy Cool, man, once again, rest in peace, man. That just showed me that if you leave things undone, you'll never be able to finish it, bro. Like, cause you never know what's gonna happen. And like for him, bro, like somebody who was so talented, bro, like literally touch everybody I know. Like, bro, he can get to let that out. So I promised myself and I promised him that I'm, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, falsely promising, like, but like I promise him I'm gonna go hard. So that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? For now, I think that everything I do gotta come with a purpose.
That's real.
So like that's how we moving this year, man. That's what's going on there.
Dope. And last but not least, where can they find you at?
Oh, iTunes, man. On Instagram, you can follow me at _ I am Julio. Julio Island is the name on there. Music is everywhere. YouTube, iTunes, Tidal, every platform you can think of. That's where we are. It's Yurnt Life or No Life Forever, man.
Dope. Julio, appreciate you coming, bro.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you having me.
Dope.